Hi guys, my name is Karina. This is my You Have the Right to Remain Innocent presentation. I want to first talk about two scenarios that happened in the book, which was Earl Ruffin's and Glenn Ford's story. Earl Ruffin was committed of a crime he did not commit, and it was sexual assaulting a woman. He spent 20 years of his life in jail, and it all happened because he went down to the police station, just to talk to them. He was being very truthful and honest with them, but the cops, they decided to put words in his mouth and put him at that neighborhood, even though he'd been to that neighborhood before, but it's been a while since he's been there. After that, he was convicted. It took 20 years to prove his innocence, even though there was nothing to prove, but because of DNA and evidence, he got released. And also, the same thing happened with Glenn Ford. But the thing is, a jewelry merchant got shot and killed, and Glenn Ford was actually at that store hours before the crime. And he went down to the police station, told them everything they wanted to hear, wanted to know, was being very truthful, let them know that he was there hours before, but he did have witnesses, solid alibis, that he was with them during the time of the crime. But the cops, they didn't care about the alibis. They still put Glenn at the store at that time that happened, especially when one of his alibis told the cops that Glenn wanted to purchase a gun. So then they decided to, tell the jury that Glenn did have a gun. He does have a gun. Even though he didn't, Glenn had to spend 29 years. He was actually on death row. And after he got out of prison, unfortunately, he did pass away due to lung cancer 3 months after. So it's really sad knowing that he spent 29 years of his life. And then once he got out, he passed away. He advises us not to speak to the cops because, one, they could literally get into your head. They could put words in your mouth. They could make you be innocent and then turn you into a criminal. And also, they do go to school for this. They do have a lot of practice. They practice this on everyone every day practically. So it could be really tough, especially if you're like a nervous person. And they will do this to anyone. Doesn't matter your age, your ethnicity, your gender. They just want someone in jail for a crime. And they usually do it for the victims. They want the victims to know that they're safe, that the person is in jail, so they could care less if you're innocent or not. But if we do speak to them, he advises us to think and listen what they're saying. And then if we do speak, to listen on what we're going to do to say the right words, and not, they do ask us the questions, not to answer very quickly, because if we do answer very quickly, we could actually mess up, and then they could get us right there. And also, if we do tell the truth, then they could still use the truth against us. So we really need to be careful of what comes out of our mouth, because anything that comes out, they can use against us, and they will find a way. I'm glad that he gave us this advice. I'm glad that he told us what happens and the stories and scenarios of the people. It's very sad knowing that this happened to them. But I think it's great that people should read this book, because it really does tell you about the police officers, the criminal justice, how everything could be very corrupt. And it's a great feeling to know on what to say, on what to do, and just to be careful. The police, I guess I could say that, it is scary knowing that they could do that to anyone, especially when you get pulled over, you get really nervous, you just don't know what to say. And just know that this could really happen to anyone is really scary. Like, the police are out here in our world, in our city, to protect us, but yet they still could put anyone in jail even if they're innocent. So it just taught me to just be careful all the time. Just think before I say anything. And if I do say something, it better be the right thing. But yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoy the book, 'cause I did.